Very big deal. In Macedonia, about 7 miles away from my house, I just went into a store that I haven't been into in several months. Did have high anxiety, but I managed. And now that I'm back in my car, I'm starting to calm down. I am heading straight home. I don't want to push myself too much more today, or at least not right now. I feel like I hit my limit, but this is exposure therapy. And, this is what you got to do. Even though this area is right at the edge of my comfort zone, going shopping definitely is not in this area. I usually got to go closer to home, so I don't know. I might have just reclaimed Best Buy, which would be awesome. And a lot's going to have to do with how hard or easy it is for me to get back home. But I think it's awesome that, I was able to do that. And I'm even taking a little bit harder way home, but it's a way that I'm used to. So hopefully it doesn't bite me. I'm not going to record the whole session of me driving home. So when I get like this, talking gives me anxiety. But Best Buy is right there. I just literally pulled out. And I am on my way back home. And this is exposure therapy. If you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. And comment, how you've been challenging yourself. And thank you so much for tuning in. And whether or not this ride home is going to be easy or terrifying, I know I'm not going to die. I've had these feelings of a heart attack or, uncomfortableness, not being able to breathe, whatever it is, in the past. So I'm kind of conditioned, myself, I'm kind of conditioned, so that won't be an issue. Anyway. Okay, so I didn't record for the way home, and I'm kind of happy I didn't. I did have panic, and I'm nearly home now, but I still have a little ways to go and some traffic lights. It's really hard to have these earbuds in, so you're kind of seeing me have a panic attack, and the earbuds are kind of restricted. So I'm going to take one out. Hopefully the mic's still picking me up. I just want green lights the whole way home. So, I'm always preaching about exposure therapy, and I guess this is the ugly side of the exposure therapy. I pushed myself a little too far, a little too hard, and now I'm paying for it. And what happens when you push a little too far and a little too hard, unfortunately, is I was so excited that I got to go in Best Buy because there were so many times before that I wanted to go into Best Buy and I just didn't have the courage. Well, this time I went in and I got what I needed for my son's cell phone, but because I'm having such a bad reaction right now, I'm going to be very scared, too afraid to return. It's going to be much harder to return. However, these next several days, I'm going to continue to go out about that far, but I'm not going to go into any stores just so I don't lose that territory. I don't even want to look in the camera. I get really quirky when I have a panic attack. Certain things set me off, and I was right on the edge of panic there. And, you know, I'm always telling you guys, exposure therapy, push yourself, you can do it. And you can do it. I'm not straying from that message, but you will have times like what I'm having right now. And I just wanted you guys to see me panicking. When I'm like this, I can't talk on the phone. I just need to focus on driving. That's why I'm not even making eye contact with the camera. I am getting closer and closer to home. I don't necessarily feel like I'm going to stop breathing. But I pushed myself a little bit too far, and that is not something you want to do. Unfortunately, you got to ride a very, very fine line. You got to find that sweet spot in between stepping over the line and not approaching that line. And this is why I like going right up to the edge of my bubble and turning around, as opposed to trying to expand my distance, because when I do push myself beyond what I know I'm capable of, occasionally it's easy. I'll go an intersection further or something like that, but also occasionally I have this kind of reaction, which I'm very close to home now. I take my dog for a walk, and I turn around right up the street here in about a quarter mile, if that. So that's kind of reassuring. Kinda. I'm still panicking some. I'm going to turn onto some of these side streets now so I could avoid red lights. Red lights cause panic. I don't like to sit there. Just trying to make it home. I'm going to go home. I'm going to lay down. And I'm going to regroup. And either later on today or tomorrow, I'm going to drive back out to Macedonia, which is where Best Buy is. But I am not going to go in Best Buy. I'm not going to go to the Best Buy parking lot. I have a doctor's appointment in Macedonia. I don't need to flirt with the idea of pushing myself too far. So to show myself I can still do Macedonia, it's something I either need to do later on today if I feel like it, or tomorrow if I just need the break. All my muscles feel like jelly. Breathing feels like I have to pay attention to breathe, otherwise I'm not going to breathe. And, you know, when you focus on your breathing, you don't seem to breathe right. I feel dizzy. Just your classic signs of either a very bad anxiety attack or your typical average panic attack. I don't know where you guys draw your lines. I think people draw their lines in different places. But I definitely had a panic attack on the way home when I was not recording. And I decided to hop on and record as soon as I got a certain distance from home, because I knew I'd be okay. The hospital's right here if I needed it, and I live like 7 houses away from the hospital, so I am officially good now. Please don't let this be a deterrent to you in any way to keep working on pushing your boundaries. You're going to have times that are harder than others, setbacks. All I know is my son has a cheap phone with hardly any storage, and he's going to be extremely happy to get this. And I'm already on my street. I'm going to be okay. God bless. Keep fighting. I know I will. I hope you do too. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm in my garage. The panic is gone. I'm still going to be exhausted. Part of me doesn't want to share this because I want to be a source of inspiration of going forward with your anxiety. But I am going to share it. I am going to post it because, you know, you deserve to know the truth. You deserve to know that if you do push it too far and you don't have a proper escape route or, you know, way home out of it or whatever, it can be terrifying. However, I'm home. I'm alive. I made it. The panic is melting away because I'm in my comfortable zone right now. And it was totally worth it. It didn't feel like it was worth it earlier when I was talking to you in the video. But here at home, in my garage, I'm so glad I did it. It's like I've never jumped out of an airplane before, but I would assume if I didn't have anxiety issues, making that leap is the most terrifying part. But then once the instructor that's attached to you pulls that parachute and you feel it come out safely and everything, you know, you're just cheering, excited, whatever it is. Or maybe a better analogy, since I'm at home, would be as soon as your feet touch the ground. It's like, yeah, that was terrifying jumping out of the plane and, you know, whatever it was, but my feet are on the ground, so I survived it. And I just survived pushing myself and having a bad experience, which means it's going to be worth it to continue to probe that area, to push myself. Probably not until after my doctor's appointment, but my next goal is going to be to go back inside Best Buy and just walk in and walk out. Not even go shopping, not go deep, but I need to desensitize myself from there. That's what I should have done this time. I should have just walked in and turned around and walked right back out the exit, and I would have been perfectly fine. But I'm like, no, my son needs something. I'm going to get it for him. I want to make his day. And I pushed myself too hard. I shouldn't have done it that way. But again, I'm home. And right now, I just feel like pumping my fist in the air. I did it, you know. I can't believe I did it, but I did it, and I'm home, and I'm safe, and God bless, because I'm repeating myself. I guess not all the anxiety's gone, but it's time for this guy to lay down. I just got to work out without even working out. But my heart sure was beating like I probably just burned a bunch of calories, and I'm going to keep mumbling and going on and on. I'm going to go in the house. I'm excited now that I'm home. I survived it. We did it, guys. We did it, family.